All right, well, we just picked up 6 more games to add to our collection on collecting every NES game out there. And one of these games is a complete in-box. So let's go ahead and look through these games and chat it up. All right, let's get started in alphabetical order as always. Picked up 6 games. One is a CIB and 5 other games that I picked up all on eBay. So what do we got here? Gyromite. Yeah, I picked this one up with the 4 other games off of an eBay auction. And I picked it up, played it first time, and it worked first time, which was awesome. And I know my kids really like it. If you're not familiar with it, it's like you're a professor, I think Professor Hector or something, and you kind of have to like navigate your way through platforms and hazards, and you've got bad guys coming after you. But there's kind of a twist to it to where like you have a second character to help you press buttons and kind of fend off the bad guys and kind of get you through each level in a way like that. So it's kind of like a co-op situation. And it's kind of tricky and it's kind of hard and it's a lot of fun actually, but you had to do that to get through all the levels without dying and all that stuff. I personally didn't really enjoy it a lot. I played it and I thought it was okay. I thought it was kind of a cool, quirky design. I thought it was a well-designed game in that regard. I wasn't enjoying it a lot, but I know my kids were having a blast with it because they would have to co-op together, and if they'd screw up, they'd squish each other and kill each other, and sometimes they would do that on purpose, or I don't know. I don't know if they're doing that on purpose or just playing around or whatever, but it looks like there's a lot of kind of strategy involved, which I thought was really cool in that regard. So picked it up on, actually got it about 5 days ago. So Gyromite, we can cross it off the list, and I think I paid, well, for the 4 games, I paid with tax and shipping, I think $29, which I thought was a fairly strong deal, actually. So, Gyromite, we can cross it off the list and move on. Ice hockey. This is one that came with the Gyromites. And I know that it's not a very high, value game, obviously, because I collect all of them. But I played this when I was a kid briefly. I never owned it. I think I played it maybe at a friend's house, and it's actually a pretty clean game, which is actually really cool. All these actually look pretty nice, which I thought was actually really cool. But I put it in, played first try, which I kind of expected because it looked pretty clean, and I enjoyed this game a lot. I think this is one of my favorite hockey games, maybe even of all time. It was it's simple, but it's fun and it's easy to kind of just get into. Like, it's not one of those hockey games where you're just going around and it's so hard to get a goal. Like, you just kind of maneuver your guy around. It's very simple, very straightforward. You pass the puck and you can score fairly easy. And it's very simplistic and easy for beginners. And this is another game that my kids really liked. And I just thought it was really smooth. The controls, the functions of everything was actually really cool. So, ice hockey, picked it up. I enjoyed it a lot, actually more so now than when I was a kid. I guess it's just one of those games that aged well, but some games don't. But this one was actually one that I thought was really good. So ice hockey, we can cross it off the list. Moving on. I really feel like there's going to be some point where I'm going to pick up a game and say, I finally crossed it off my list. I have it, when I realized that I forgot that I already did buy it, because there's so many games that we're going to go through. But I'm going to have to find a better system on keeping track of all the games that I am purchasing at the moment, so I don't get duplicates. But whatever, I'm gonna shut up. Iron Tank, picked it up. This game in the lot with ice hockey and Gyromites. Another clean game actually, which was cool. Put it in first try, it worked, and I played it for actually longer than I thought I would, or probably should have. I thought it was okay. I wasn't really having a blast playing it. I just got to one little particular boss or whatever that I really wanted to try to get through, and kept dying and got frustrated with that. But it's a pretty straightforward game. You're in a tank, you're rolling around, you're running over people, shooting people, and you're fighting other objects and tanks and on their own end and going through all that stuff, and looked pretty straightforward. It doesn't look like a particularly long game, and it was pretty basic controls, nothing really special. But Iron Tank, I've enjoyed it somewhat, I guess. Played it for actually quite a bit, but I never played it when I was a kid. And so Iron Tank, we can cross it off the list and we can move on. Ninja Gaiden 2. Picked it up. I've said multiple times that I think the first Ninja Gaiden is probably one of my favorite NES games. I would say it's top 5 NES. Maybe that's higher than most people. I don't know where a lot of people would put Ninja Gaiden 1, but for me, I would say it's maybe top 5, maybe even 4 or 5. Maybe that's extreme. I don't know, but maybe there's a nostalgia factor too, but I thought it was a really good game. Anyways, Ninja Gaiden 2. I had never played this. I picked this one individually. I think I paid with tax and shipping $24 for this game and had a little bit more value to it. But I put it in, worked first try, which was cool. And it was very difficult, harder than the first Ninja Gaiden. It definitely gets your blood pressure up just like the first one did, has all the stuff, all the troubles and the caveats of the first one. But yeah, I think I got maybe to Act 4. I don't even know if there were acts in this, but I got maybe probably about three or four levels in, and I got to a spot to where I just couldn't get through. I paid it for several hours actually, and which all in all, I thought that was awesome. I really wanted another difficult Ninja Gaiden because I understand Ninja Gaiden 1 was very hard at the time. So Ninja Gaiden 2 should be more difficult. So if you're looking for something that's harder, Ninja Gaiden 2 is clearly more difficult than the first one. But it's got a lot of the similar stuff to it, which is cool. So maybe eventually down the road I'll go farther and be able to beat it. But that is definitely not going to happen anytime soon. I still haven't even beaten the first one. I've gotten to the final boss with the red nose. I beat him, but the second stage of him I was not able to ever beat. But yeah, it probably took too much long in this game. But Ninja Gaiden 2, cross it off. I'm happy to have it. I'm happy to play it. Happy to own it. Happy everything. Yes, awesome. 2 more games. What do we got here? 720. Picked it up. This came with a lot of the other 4 games, and I put it in, and it had a blinking screen. I cleaned it. Put it in. It had a blue screen. Cleaned it some more. It intermittently worked, and yeah, eventually got it to mostly work, and yeah, played it, and I did not like it. I obviously enjoyed like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and PlayStation 1 and all that stuff, and I thought that was actually an amazing game. Obviously, you have to grade on a curve between comparing 720 to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and I get all that. But for this particularly, even at this age, I didn't think it was very well done. I thought the buttons seemed a little off, like the buttons were not supposed to be what the buttons should have been as far as moving around and jumping all that stuff. Maybe they did that for a reason I don't know, but I played it and I thought it was kind of frustrating and simple. And at best, it felt like maybe we were playing Marble Madness just rolling around. I did not like it, but maybe I'm not playing it right, or I'm not doing the right type of schematics on that, but I have no idea. I just didn't like it. If you guys think I'm wrong on that, let me know why. But yeah, 720, cross it off the list. It's obviously not a very expensive game, but yeah, I didn't really think it was anything great in my mind. That's another thing I just thought of. 720, it's spelled with an S, right? So I don't know, do you guys put your numbered games in the front, or do you just spell them out like S? I put 720 in my S category, and yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. But Zanac, I think I'm saying that right. Whatever. Picked it up. CIB. Off of eBay auction. I paid $33.50 on an eBay auction. And yeah, it went to me, which was actually really cool. I got the whole kit and caboodle here, the box, the game. And yeah, I played it. The box was actually pretty clean, relatively speaking. Got a little crease here, a couple of things down here. But actually, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously not easy to find a clean box from 1986, I think this game is from. I mean, what are you looking at? 39 years old? I mean, that's pretty strong. So, yeah, it came with the box, it came with the manual, and, the box is pretty much the gist of it is for collecting value, which is one reason why I'm actually going to complete this whole thing of collecting every video game, is because it's not like it's going to cost me a lot of money. I think part of the fun is actually trying to find these games at good value. So, like, you know, if I do need to sell them for whatever reason, I can get most of my money, if not more of my money back. Obviously, that's, you know, that's no idea if that's going to work or not, but that's part of the fun of it. So getting this game for what it went for, I thought was really cool. It's not a high print run game. There's not a lot of these that were made. It wasn't super popular, so that's cool. So this game is probably going to go up in value. And this game looks super immaculate. The book has got a little crease here, but obviously it's not too bad. But I played it first try. Obviously it works. And I thought it was cool. I thought the music was actually really cool. It was getting in my head, and it was actually really tough. But there's a lot of different ways you can fire your gun, and different ways that my son was able to actually find out on his own, that you can kind of get things that, like little shields and stuff to actually protect you, and things that actually shoot around on their own and all that stuff, and different firing weapons. And I thought it was really cool, and we were kind of all competing to get a higher score, which I thought was cool. Instead of just trying to complete the level, we were all just trying to focus on the higher score, because it is a tough game. You can play it and you can last 30 seconds and then be dead. But it was just a struggle to just make it, obviously, the first minute. So, yeah, I actually enjoyed the game fairly much. I mean, a decent amount, and I actually plan on playing it again to see how long it is. I have no idea how long it is, and I don't want to look. I don't really want to look at the walkthrough and spoil myself for that. I want to just treat it like I'm back in 1986. And yeah, I mean, that's just the way it is. I just want to learn on my own and struggle on my own, and I don't want to, just find a cheat sheet or game genie to figure out how to do all that stuff. But this is cool. This is something I'm own for a while, and obviously it's hopefully going to appreciate and value. And yeah. So yeah, we picked up 6 more games out of, I have no idea, I don't have the numbers with me right now, but obviously I've got a lot more games to collect. I got one more eBay auction that I just purchased. I think it's only 2 games, maybe it was 3. And I'm looking, I got a watch list of another couple games I want to buy, and some games off of Facebook Marketplace that I'm hoping the seller will contact me back. So yeah, a lot of, we got a long journey ahead. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, hopefully we'll have another 3, 5, 7, who knows how many games to show, and keep this thing going. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later.